These deaf people scare the fuck out of me, especially when they laugh. I laugh myself, but honestly, deep down inside, I'm really uncomfortable. I just feel like I'm gonna die. So they love to be around Jerry because they love cringy shit. They love misery, they love pain. And if we know anything about this show, we know that there's nothing more miserable than being in Jerry's presence. Can we take a second and just look at the detail? Like, I love the way they look. It gets the job done. Let's clap it up for them. But honestly, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. I don't know what made them think of this. I don't know where they get their ideas from, but I really do. But Jerry embarrassing himself for their amusement, that's what Rick calls a night out. And that's what he told Beth when they were heading out the door. It's a guy's night. It's gonna be Rick and it's gonna be Jerry. Two polar opposites going out together willingly. She's a little skeptical, so she follows him. So they go on an adventure and it's not Rick and Morty. It's Rick, Beth, and Jerry. All right, I'm gonna make this quick. This episode is shallow as hell. No depth, no nothing. Not even a lot of laughs. I'll tell you that much. Summer and Morty, they want to impress this new kid, I guess, on the block, so they invite him over, right? But all the conventional things that teenagers want to do, everything that teenagers love, it's not working for him, so we got to use Rick shit, right? All that sci-fi stuff he got hidden around the garage is bound to impress somebody, right? One thing they did try, which is what they always go to, or what Morty always goes to, is interdimensional cable, and that pissed me off. When they first used interdimensional cable, it was perfect. It was perfect. I loved it. Those episodes are iconic, right? Then they did it again. I still loved it. A sequel, I loved it. We wanted more from the first one. We got more, right? But goddamn, you gotta let that shit breathe. I understand that was seasons ago, but come on, you can't keep reusing the same stuff. It was great, it was perfect, but now you diluting it every time that you bring it back. He just used it a couple episodes trying to impress Jessica weird ass. Honestly, I just feel like it takes away from those episodes the fact that you just keep using it over and over again, but I'm off that. But like I was saying, nothing works, none of that bullshit works, so we gotta hop in the car, we're gonna take them on that adventure. It's fine when you think about it, it's just the execution wasn't, it fell through. Like, but it did give me something to question. So we got the Teenyverse and Microverse episode, right? Where the car battery wasn't working, so they had to go inside the battery. Now in that episode, the car made out of trash was nigh invincible, right? It was sentient. It could pretty much do anything.
Keep Summer safe.
Hey man, what the hell? That was my daughter's pediatrician!
No, stop! Don't kill him! Confirmed.
Oh god, I can't feel my legs. Help! Help!
Summer is safe.
I don't feel safe.
And in this episode, we see it kill a Galactus celestial transformer type being. And I think it was towing the sun around or something like that, a star or another planet. I don't know, I forget. But it can do all those things. But in the Purge episode, it got stolen by a little girl. In the first scene of this season, it was torn to pieces. I understand the writers, they can do whatever they want. If it calls for this episode to have the car be godlike, okay, but then don't treat it like a regular car. In the first episode of this season, they could barely outrun whatever was chasing them, but in season 4, where they almost did the 9/11, but they did the Pearl Harbor or whatever, it seemed like it just reached supersonic speeds to shoot out. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm probably just looking too deep into it. It's not that serious. I'm gonna let it go. It just goes up and down, and I don't understand the point, but that's not the point of this episode. Thinking about it, I really don't understand the point of this episode. I didn't grasp it. Usually I'm cognizant of these type of things, but this one, it had nothing to offer me. It had nothing. Like I said, the deaf people, they love Jerry because he's a child, he's half of a human being. And when he realizes it, the joke's up, he doesn't want to play into it anymore, they steal him. So Beth and Rick gotta go get him back. They create a device that makes pain actually feel like pain instead of pleasure. So it was kind of funny hearing the things that they were saying when they felt pain and, but
It hurts, but in a bad way.
besides that, it was just a whole lot of nothing. I'm disappointed in this episode. The deaf people, they were the only things that kept me from being bored. Without it, I didn't have nothing to tie me to this episode, to glue me to the screen. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something at the time. I was excited to see the episode. As it got going through the episode, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna pick up. So, I mean, I gotta finish it, but I could be doing something else right now. None of the main characters did anything interesting. It kind of hurts me because I feel like I'm watching the decline of one of my favorite shows ever. As of right now, Rick and Morty is one of my favorite shows ever, and I'm watching the decline, so it's kind of tarnishing their image in my head. I know they probably got like 70 more seasons to go, not seasons, episodes to go, but if this how it's gonna be, I don't know if they should keep going. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they got the passion anymore. I don't know who left the writing block. I don't know what happened, but something just ain't right. Shit, I'm not even just gonna blame it on the people that make it. It's probably me. I'm probably different. The audience is we probably just got fatigued. It's probably not their fault. It's probably our fault. But this season, let me break it down. It's kind of like a mixtape. You know, it's not an album. It's a mixtape. An album, things are more fluent. Things rolling. One song should roll into the next one. This one is just a whole bunch of throwaways, and you might find a couple gems in there, but it's a couple throwaways, and you put them all together. You give them something to snack on before you give them, you know, the main course. I hope y'all understand that. But within a mixtape, most of them are throwaways. Most of them are forgettable. You know, you really don't go back to it. This one is forgettable. Season 1 through 3, all of them are damn near masterpieces. If you ask me, they're masterpieces. Season 4, I did have to warm up to season 4, but I ultimately fell in love with it. After about a year, I did fall in love with it. This one, I'll probably never revisit it once we move on past, especially if you like 2 seasons down the road. I'll probably skip over this. But I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna continue watching. Hopefully next week we do better. But I'll be forgetting to mention, but spoilers. But you knew that already.